Staying on with more news from the United States of America, the American President Donald Trump has declined to anoint Vice President JD Vance as his potential political successor in the Republican Party, even though he's seen as a frontrunner for the next GOP primary contest by a recent survey. When Donald Trump was asked if he views JD Vance as the Republican nominee in the 2028 presidential elections, Donald Trump's simple and curt reply was a no, adding that it was way too early and that they were just starting. Now, Donald Trump has frequently expressed his intentions of running for the third time in the White House. However, the 22nd Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is an obstruction in Donald Trump's way. It bars anyone from being elected president more than twice. Now, 2 weeks ago, a local media report said that the Republican from Tennessee, Andy Ogles, has introduced a proposal to amend the Constitution to allow Donald Trump to serve a possible third term as president when he will be 86 years old. Now, the proposed amendment states that no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than 3 times and nor be elected to any additional term after being elected to 2 consecutive terms. Now, Ogles argues that this change is essential to provide the country with a bold leadership that the nation so desperately needs. And this amendment, if passed, will only benefit Donald Trump because both Barack Obama and George W. Bush have served 2 consecutive terms. Now, Trump is the second president after Grover Cleveland to win non-consecutive terms. Cleveland died way back in 1908. All right, now to give us more perspective on this, we're joined by our correspondent Susan Tehrani, who's joining us live from New York. Susan, this is an interesting question. It's way too early to even discuss this, but what's behind the scenes idea that potentially Donald Trump could be standing again for a presidential election in the next cycle, that is in 2028?
Yeah, the president has made very clear that he's not going to seek to do that. He's made that clear in private and in public for the most part. He does like to rile up the media every now and then and sort of leave an open-ended answer to the question. And he's admitted that. He said, I'm going to run for a third term and the media is going to go crazy with this headline. And he jokes about it a lot. But he's made very clear that this is going to be his last term. Whether or not that amendment gets passed or not, that's a whole other story. Regarding JD Vance, too, as he mentioned, it's really too early to talk about a successor. I think Donald Trump understands and really had experience from his first term that when you make comments like this, then first of all, the playing field is not leveled. Second of all, it's less than a month into his presidency. People are going to be talking about successors and not focusing on what's at hand. And third of all, Donald Trump ultimately got his start in showmanship as a reality star television personality. And he understands the effect of anticipation in keeping not only the American people on their feet, but also someone like JD Vance as well. He doesn't want to give a concrete answer at this point when we're not even in the midterms. So It appears that might be the reason why he didn't want to endorse JD so early on.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Susan Tehrani, for joining us with that perspective there.